Crash landing. The warning lights painted Dr. Alex Chen's face red as his research vessel spiraled toward the purple-tinged atmosphere below. System failure, the computer droned while he fought the dying controls with everything he had. Not like this, he muttered through gritted teeth, watching the planet's surface rush up to meet him, not on some forgotten rock in the middle of nowhere. According to every database, every chart, every survey, this world was empty, uninhabited, unclaimed, just another dead sphere circling a dying star. The impact came like a hammer to his chest. When consciousness returned, Alex tasted copper and ash, his vision swam as armored figures emerged through the smoke and twisted metal, but something was wrong. Their armor followed curves he didn't expect, their movements carried a grace that seemed almost choreographed. "Secure the crash site," a commanding voice rang out. "Isabel, check for survivors." Hands, strong but somehow gentle, pulled debris from his chest. Alex groaned as pain shot through his ribs like electricity. "Commander Rena," the woman above him called out, her face framed by short dark hair, "we've got someone alive." Another figure appeared, taller, with skin the color of lavender twilight, distinctly not human. Her amber eyes widened as she stared down at him. "Is that," she started. "A man," the first woman confirmed, her voice barely above a whisper, "an actual human male." The words rippled through the gathered soldiers like a shockwave. More figures pressed closer, all women, all staring at him like he'd materialized from a fairy tale. "Get him to medical immediately," Commander Rena ordered, her purple hand cutting through the air, "and nobody speaks of this until Dr. Sarah Winters has examined him, understood?" They carried him through structures that seemed grown rather than built, crystalline formations that pulsed with soft light, blending technology and organic architecture into something beautiful and alien. Every woman they passed stopped mid-stride, conversations dying, eyes following his progress. The medical bay hummed with equipment that glowed soft blue and green. Dr. Sarah Winters approached, human, perhaps 50, with silver-streaked hair and eyes that had seen too much. "Fascinating," she murmured, scanning instruments across his body. "Male human physiology, I've only studied it in archived files." She met his confused gaze. "You have no idea where you are, do you?" "Meridian Prime," Alex managed, his throat raw. "Uninhabited planet in the outer reaches, that's what every survey said." Dr. Sarah's laugh held no warmth. "Uninhabited by men, certainly, we've been here 43 years, she gestured to the window where women, human and alien alike, moved through courtyards below. 10,000 women, no men, no children born male in over 4 decades, she paused, "and you're the first man any of us have seen since we arrived." The implications crashed through Alex's mind like falling stars. How? Why? Failed evacuation during the expansion wars, only the civilian transports escaped before the military station exploded. Dr. Sarah's expression softened slightly. "We thought we were the last survivors, we built something here, something that worked. Until now." Commander Rena entered with another woman, shorter, with fierce dark eyes and purple skin several shades deeper than Rena's. "This is Kai, my chief of security," Rena introduced. "She'll be coordinating your protection detail." "Protection?" Alex tried to sit up, wincing. "I'm not in danger, my ship malfunctioned." "You're an unknown variable in a closed system," Kai interrupted, her voice cold. "The council meets at sunset. They'll decide what happens to you." "Happens to me? I'm not a prisoner." "That," Kai said flatly, "depends entirely on what they decide you are." Cultural collision. The council chamber rose from the planet's crust like a crystal flower, walls of translucent stone that caught Meridian Prime's violet sunlight and scattered it into 1,000 dancing fragments. Alex stood at the center, feeling dozens of eyes measuring every breath he took. High Arbiter Vesa presided from an elevated seat, her human features aged gracefully, silver hair woven with luminous threads that marked her authority. "Dr. Alex Chen, research scientist of the vessel Wanderer," she began, her voice resonating through the chamber, "you've created quite a situation." "I didn't intend to intrude," Alex said carefully, "if you could help me repair my ship." "That's not the question," Counselor Cooper interrupted, younger, sharp-featured, leaning forward with predatory interest. "The question is whether you should leave at all. Your genetic material represents hope for our future. We've relied on stored samples for decades, but the diversity is failing. children are born weaker with each generation. Murmurs of agreement rippled through the assembled women. He's not livestock, Commander Renna stated firmly, he's a sentient being with rights. Rights that could doom an entire civilization. Cooper challenged. High Arbiter Vesa raised her hand for silence. Dr. Chen will remain as our guest while we deliberate. In the meantime, someone must orient him to our society. She gestured toward a young woman standing near the chamber's edge. Isabel will serve as his guide. Isabel stepped forward, mid-twenties, with warm brown skin and dark hair streaked with natural copper highlights. Her engineer's uniform bore grease stains and tool marks that spoke of real work. When their eyes met, Alex saw curiosity instead of calculation. Come on, she said with a slight smile, let's get you somewhere less intense. Over the following days, Isabel became Alex's window into Meridian Prime's complex world. She showed him the geothermal generators. I helped design these when I was 19, she said proudly, running her hand along the smooth panels. You're talented, Alex observed, studying the elegant power distribution system. Necessity breeds innovation, Isabel replied, everyone contributes their best here, no choice really. That doesn't sound like freedom. Her expression grew thoughtful, choice within structure, everyone has purpose, value, the council ensures balance. She paused, though I admit, your arrival has made some of us question that balance. Everywhere they went, women stopped to stare, some approached with questions about the outside worlds, about men, about the universe beyond their isolated colony, others watched from distances with expressions ranging from fascination to fear. Kai watched too, her suspicion growing with each passing day. He's disrupting everything, she reported to Commander Renna one evening in the security office. Women are fighting over duty assignments that place them near him. Productivity has dropped in 3 sectors, the council receives dozens of petitions daily, all regarding him. Renna studied the reports on her desk, her purple fingers tapping rhythmically. What would you have me do? Confine him? If necessary, Kai's jaw set. Our society functions because we eliminated the chaos of male-female dynamics, he brings that chaos back. But Renna had watched Alex repair a critical power relay with improvised tools, had seen how he listened when women spoke, truly listened, treating Dr. Sarah's medical staff with the same respect he showed the council members. Or maybe, Renna said quietly, we eliminated something essential and didn't realize it until now. That night, sleep eluded Alex completely. He found his way to the residential gardens, a greenhouse complex where bioluminescent plants cast everything in soft blue-green light. He was examining a flowering vine with petals that seemed to breathe when footsteps approached. Can't sleep either? Isabel asked, joining him among the glowing plants. They talked for hours, about engineering and lost homes, about the weight of expectations neither had asked for. Isabel confessed her doubts about colony life, secret dreams of seeing other worlds beyond Meridian Prime's violet sky. Alex spoke of loneliness among crowds, of never quite fitting anywhere he'd been stationed. You fit here, Isabel said softly, moving closer, maybe better than you think. Their faces were close now, her breath warm in the cool garden air. When she kissed him it was tentative at first, then deeper, years of curiosity and unexpected connection flowing between them. His hands found her waist, pulling her closer, feeling the warmth of her body against his. Neither noticed Kai watching from the shadows between luminous ferns, her expression darkening with each passing moment, her hand clenching into a fist. The storm was coming. Forbidden connection. The summons arrived at dawn, for warriors at Alex's door, their faces carefully neutral. The council requires your presence immediately. Alex was escorted through empty corridors, the colony still sleeping, but the council chamber was fully lit, and Isabel was already there, standing rigid, her usual confidence shaken. Unauthorized fraternization, High Arbiter Vesa announced without preamble, between our guest and a colony member, without council approval. She fixed Isabel with a stern gaze. Explain yourself. There's nothing to explain, Isabel said, finding her voice. We talked, we connected. Is that forbidden now? When it threatens colony stability? Yes, Counselor Cooper stood, gesturing to the packed gallery. We have protocols for relationships. Council mediation prevents conflict and ensures genetic diversity is managed properly. Managed? Alex stepped forward. We're two adults who. You're a catalyst, Cooper interrupted sharply. 16 formal complaints filed in 3 days, women requesting assignment changes to be near you, 2 physical altercations yesterday, and now this, she pointed at Isabel, setting a precedent others will demand to follow. Kai emerged from the gallery, her purple face set with determination. I invoke the right of challenge. The chamber fell absolutely silent. Isabel's face went pale. That's an ancient law, no one's invoked it in 20 years. But it remains valid, Kai insisted, her dark eyes burning. Isabel has claimed priority through action, I challenge her right to that claim. High Arbiter Vessa's expression was grave. The law is clear, if invoked, both parties must compete or forfeit their claim entirely. She looked at Isabel. Do you understand? This is insane, Alex protested. I'm not property to be claimed. Actually, Dr. Sarah interjected from her counsel seat, you occupy a unique legal position, neither citizen nor visitor, but a genetic resource of potential colony-wide significance. She softened her tone. I don't say that to diminish you, but to clarify the complexity we face. Isabel met Kai's eyes across the chamber, something hardening in her expression. I accept the challenge. The duel was set for 3 days hence, enough time for preparation, not so long that tensions could escalate further. Alex spent those days in turmoil, watching Isabel train with fierce determination. The evening before the challenge, he found her alone in the practice arena, sweat glistening on her skin as she moved through combat forms. You don't have to do this, he said. Yes, I do, she wiped her brow, breathing hard, not just for you, for the principle. We claim to value choice and merit, but suddenly I'm supposed to surrender both because Kai feels threatened. She's a trained warrior, you're an engineer. Isabel's smile was fierce. I'm also a colonist who survived 43 years on a harsh world. Don't underestimate adaptation, Alex. He moved closer, taking her hand. I don't want you hurt because of me. Then give me something to fight for, she whispered, pulling him into a kiss that was different from the garden, desperate, passionate, filled with the knowledge that everything hung in balance. They moved together in the shadows of the arena, hands exploring, bodies pressed close, the world narrowed to touch and breath and the feeling of being truly seen by another person. When they finally parted, both were breathless. Whatever happens tomorrow, Isabel said softly, I don't regret this. That night, Alex was summoned again, this time to a private meditation chamber. Commander Rena waited there, her armor removed, looking suddenly vulnerable in simple clothing. I need to speak honestly, she began. The council is formally considering Dr. Sarah's proposal. They want to use your genetic material to diversify our population. She paused, but they'll require your consent. And if I refuse? Then we're back to watching our children grow weaker with each generation. Rena moved closer, her purple skin luminous in the chamber's soft light. I've led this colony's defense for 15 years, made hard decisions, sacrificed personal desires for collective good. Her voice dropped, but watching what's happening now, I don't know if we're protecting our society or imprisoning ourselves in fear. What are you saying? I'm saying that when I see you with Isabel, I see something we've convinced ourselves we don't need, connection, spontaneity, risk. Rena's amber eyes met his, and I'm saying I feel something I haven't felt in years, something I thought was trained out of me. The tension between them was electric. Her hand touched his face, fingers trailing along his jaw. For a moment they stood on the edge of something profound. Then Rena stepped back, breathing hard. The duel tomorrow will determine more than who gets to be near you, she said, voice rough with emotion. It will define what kind of society we want to be, one that controls connection, or one that trusts people to handle complexity. She left quickly, leaving Alex alone with the weight of impossible choices. Outside, Kai stood in the shadows, having witnessed everything. Her expression was unreadable as she disappeared into the night. The storm was no longer coming. It had arrived. The challenge. The arena was packed when the duel began. Kai moved with brutal efficiency, years of combat training evident in every strike, but Isabel was creative, using the environment, finding angles Kai didn't expect. Blood was drawn, bodies collided, the crowd's roar reached fever pitch. Then Alex stepped into the arena. Stop. His voice cut through the chaos, "Just stop this madness." Both women froze, weapons lowered. "I won't be claimed, I won't be owned, and I won't let two people I respect harm each other over this." He looked around at the assembled colony. "You've built something remarkable here, but you've also built a cage. You don't need to control connection, you need to trust yourselves to handle it." High Arbiter Vesa stood, "Strong words, but what solution do you propose?" "Freedom." Alex met her gaze steadily. "Mine to choose my own connections, yours to do the same. Trust that we're all capable of navigating complexity without councils dictating our hearts." Commander Rena stepped forward. "He's right, we've been so afraid of chaos that we've forgotten how to live." The chamber erupted in debate, but many women were nodding, whispering agreement. Kai lowered her weapon completely. "Perhaps I've been fighting the wrong battle," she admitted quietly. Change had already begun. New dawn. The days following were transformative. The council voted on reforms, relationship protocols loosened, personal freedoms expanded, some clung to old ways, but most embraced possibility. Alex worked alongside Isabel repairing systems, their connection deepening naturally without artificial constraints. "What will you do?" she asked one evening in the gardens where they'd first kissed. "Stay," Alex said simply, "help you build something better, if you'll have me." "Always," Isabel smiled. Commander Rena approached them, her expression peaceful. "The council has decided, you're free to choose your own path. We'll use genetic material respectfully, with consent, no force, no claims." Other women had confessed attraction to Alex over the weeks, Dr. Sarah, young engineer Arya, even Kai eventually, but he'd handled each conversation with honesty and kindness. Isabel never felt threatened because trust had replaced control. "You've changed us," Rena said, her purple hand clasping his shoulder, "not by being a man, but by being genuine." That night, the colony gathered for the first free celebration in 43 years, music played, laughter echoed, connections formed naturally. Alex held Isabel close as violet stars wheeled overhead. "Think we'll make it?" she whispered. "Together?" Alex smiled, "Absolutely." Meridian Prime's future stretched before them, uncertain, complex, but finally, beautifully free. The end.